It's just as bad as we predicted. Donald Trump has announced a new war against an American city. The city is Chicago, Illinois. The mayor is Brandon Johnson. He happens to be black. The governor of Illinois is J.B. Pritzker. He happens to be a Democrat. And Donald Trump, the peace president, the guy who would not do wars, the only person under whom peace will rise like a phoenix over the horizon, is launching a sort of war of his own against another American city. Donald Trump posted to Truth Social over the weekend. Where's my Truth Central?
Truth Central.
Trump posted an AI image of himself styled kind of like the war film Apocalypse Now, with the text, "I love the smell of deportations in the morning. Chicago about to find out why it's called the Department of War." This is the president of the United States saying he is going to war against an American city. This is a hostile takeover. The mayor of Chicago, Brendan Johnson, doesn't want troops there. The governor of Illinois, J.B. Pritzker, doesn't want troops there. No one is asking for this. And later we're going to talk about how Chicago may actually end up outmaneuvering Trump. But Trump says he is doing it. This is a huge story. Corporate media, but especially right-wing media, are almost overwhelmingly shrugging. This is a constitutional crisis. It was off in the distance back in 2022. We might end up in a situation where Trump tries to, and then we're in it right now. But there is an exception to right-wing media shrugging. Megyn Kelly says, "Sir, you can't do that." Megyn Kelly saying the guy who looks like a traffic cone can't just go into cities willy-nilly because he feels like it. Take a listen to what she has to say.
You can't just send them into random cities in support of just fighting crime. Like that, you really can't do without the invitation of a governor. So we're heading for an uncomfortable showdown with Governor Pritzker. We can't have Trump going in without the invitation of this governor. I'm sorry, but we can't have it. He does not have the constitutional permission to do it. It very clearly is not constitutionally permissible. He cannot do it. I really hope he doesn't do it because I don't want a world in which I'm siding with Governor Pritzker over President Trump. But I will if he does it because he can't do it legally.
There are legal questions. There are racial undertones here. There's AI at play. There's authoritarianism. And so let's try to deal with each of these things kind of one at a time. Number one, sending federal troops into a U.S. city without state or local consent raises legal issues. It raises constitutional issues. I've said this so many times. The Posse Comitatus Act and the Insurrection Act, they don't allow a president to do this. You're using the military for domestic law enforcement. You can't do it. Trump said, "I'm the peace president. I will end foreign wars. It will just be a peaceful planet under me. We have a world and it will be peaceful." Yet Trump is now threatening to deploy military force domestically to yet another city. He did it in LA. He did it in DC. Now he's talking about Chicago. There's a racial element here. Trump is targeting a city led by a black mayor and a Democratic governor. And this is playing again into the history of right-wing politicians demonizing majority, minority urban areas. They love that. And then this is also a part of a larger plan to normalize using federal power against political opponents. The absurdity and danger of Trump promoting that with AI-generated war propaganda against his own citizens is like a cherry on top. It would be the story in and of itself if it weren't part of an even bigger story. And there are questions as to what this says about Donald Trump's mindset right now, because he's framing this in entertainment terms. He's framing it as like a movie-style drama where he's the protagonist. And this is a theme of authoritarians. They see themselves as the heroes of their countries. They see themselves as the heroes of the world. And we have said before, if Trump can get away with this in LA, he's going to do it elsewhere. And then he did. And Trump did it in DC. And we said, well, if Trump can do it in DC, he can really do it anywhere. And then a judge came in and said it was illegal when Trump did it in Los Angeles. But Trump now says he's going to do it in Chicago anyway. The pretext is we've got an emergency. I have to do this because there's an emergency in LA. There wasn't. In DC, there wasn't. In Chicago, there isn't. But it's really important for us not to be fooled because there is no legitimate trigger for this. There is no emergency in Chicago right now that would justify this under federal law. Even if you believed Chicago policing needs help, even if you genuinely and sincerely thought we've got to do something in Chicago, you still don't have a justification to send in federal troops. There are dozens of ways you could help Chicago that don't require constitutional violations. So for everybody out there, if you live in a city that Trump doesn't like, San Francisco, Austin, New York City, and Boston, many others, you should be paying very close attention because we don't know what is the final stop of this complete and total fiasco. I doubt it will be DC, and it's seeming like it's going to be Chicago. If you live in Chicago, please leave a comment. Let me know what you're planning to do here. Donald Trump has already packed his second-term cabinet with loyalists. He's threatened deportation as political punishment. He's expanded executive authority in ways we have not seen in modern history. These are real changes that are happening right now. And what's even more alarming is that a lot of the media is either glossing over the worst of it or they're reframing it so it all sounds a little more palatable. And that is why I use Ground News. This is a news comparison tool. Doesn't just feed you headlines. It shows you here's how different outlets, left, right, center, are covering the same story. And this is one of the few tools I know of that can really help you detect the political spin, the bias, catch stories that your usual sources might downplay or not cover at all, on everything from immigration policy to economic shifts. If you want to get a bigger picture, a broader picture of what's being reported, Ground News is an invaluable source to keep you informed. And Ground News is offering my audience 40% off their top tier Vantage plan. You'll only pay $5 a month. Go to ground.news/Pakman or enter the code Pakman in the app to get started. The link is in the description.